What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Happy holidays. Big Herc 916. Getting down with fresh out. Hope everybody's enjoying the holiday spirit. We're kind of grown to be still thinking St. Nick's going to come down the chimney. He'll get his wig split if he did, because he ain't supposed to be in your house. But yeah, man, big things going on. And make sure you guys share the channel. Let's grow this thing. Let's blow it up. We're looking to really do some exciting content for 2023. And we thank you for supporting us for all these years. 2023 will be 10 years on YouTube. So, yeah, man, it will be a decade. Um, it will be a decade, man, of getting down on on social media with YouTube, man. So thank you for supporting us, and man, we look forward to many years of great content with you guys. um December 18th, 5 p.m. um Pacific time, we will be doing a Christmas big bag giveaway. Me and Sinister Monopoly, excuse me, Sinister Monopoly will be getting down with merch. We're gonna have some really cool stuff. You guys don't want to miss out. You want to make sure you mark your calendars. December 18th, live stream on YouTube. It's a special live stream that Sunday at 5, roughly 5 to 6, 5 to 6:30. We're going to be auctioning off merch. You can also go to freshoutseries.com and pre-purchase a raffle ticket. You guys can get the raffle ticket early, so you can pre-purchase your raffle ticket and get in on the merch. We're gonna have some artwork, hoodies, some of my paintings, some of his paintings. So you guys make sure you mark your calendar. Also, for you guys out there who are into cards, want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, retailtradingcards.com. If you've ever been into baseball cards, um, uh, garbage pail kids, any of those different cards growing up, football cards, well, retailtradingcards.com is offering for the Big Herc followers, they are offering 40% off. 40% off, man. So you guys go use code Big Herc or Big Herc 916. Go to retailtradingcards.com. Get 40% off your purchase for the holidays. Great investments. Some of these Topps cards are going 10 times their original value. Some of the rookie cards are going for crazy prices on eBay, Etsy. Man, they're just a really great investment, low entry point. And even the Messi, look at the Messi, I don't know if I pronounce his name right, the soccer player for Argentina. His cards went through the roof during the World Cup. So, hey, man, invest in some cards. Go to retailtradingcards.com. Use code Big Herc 916 or Big Herc and get 40% off. So, hey, great opportunity. Oh, man, I was going to tell you guys something else. Lisa. Can you bring me my phone? I forgot to bring it up here about the cartel guy. Yeah, so we got some interesting stuff in the news. One of them was the Notorious cartel enforcer for the Sinaloa cartel. He's disappeared from BOP custody. Thank you. He's disappeared from BOP custody, and I just want to give you guys a heads up. Usually, when somebody disappears from BOP custody, he's he's in witness protection, or they've done some type of deal that they don't want to tell nobody about for security purposes. But yeah, it's the hitman Edgar Valdez Villarreal, 49-year-old who goes by the criminal moniker La Barbie, is listed as not in BOP custody on Bureau of Prisons website. BOP says it released Valdez Villarreal on November 27th, although the Bureau frequently lists inmates as released when they have transferred to the custody of another group. Nevertheless, Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador sought answers about missing criminal last week. Reporters asked about the cartel leader's whereabouts during a press conference. So, yeah, he's slipped through the cracks somewhere. So, who knows where he's at, but you guys know that whenever you kind of like slide out of BOP custody like that, somebody's made something happen behind the scenes, and quite sure somebody's put a move down to get this guy transferred. I also want to do a shout out to everybody who wished Miss Herc a happy birthday on my Instagram, Big Herc 916. A lot of you guys gave wifey a happy birthday wish, so I thank you for all the birthday wishes that you guys shared with wifey. She appreciates it. Yeah, so, you know, what is it? I guess Gunna from YSL, he's getting out. I just saw that earlier too. Getting released. He's agreed to, he's pleading guilty to RICO in YSL case. He was released from Georgia prison. So I don't know how the state works. In the feds, they wouldn't let your ass out on the RICO. Yeah, man. You bum. Get you out of here. Yeah, he worked a deal. Looked like he's getting released. He's probably got to give some statements or something within that plea agreement. This is the thing, when you guys plead guilty, you're admitting to all the facts in the case. So when they question you about anything related to the case, a lot of you guys, you know, don't know shit about the law, but you're out there, you know, committing crimes. Do your homework. Go read your state statutes, read your federal statutes. But when you plead, you're pleading to all the facts stated in the complaint. You have an indictment. Then you have then you get a arraigned. Then you have a complaint they file against you, and he's basically admitted to the complaint. So, yeah, according to the indictment, among the objectives of the alleged RICO conspiracy was preserving, protecting, enhancing reputation, power, and territory of the enterprise through acts of racketeering activity, including murder, assault, threats of violence. So he's admitting that the gang, YSL, now he's admitted that it was a gang and that they were using those methods. So it's crazy, man. I mean, these guys got in, you know, you do something to get away from the bullshit and still are involved with the bullshit, which compromises your career choices. So yeah, man, crazy situation out there, but hey, people, you know, living their life, man. I don't know the guy personally. I don't know the details of the case. Don't really care. You know, everybody's got to deal with their time, how they're going to deal with it. But looks like Gunna's going to be released for the holidays. Well, somebody said something over here, but it's obvious that they don't want to show their face. They probably can't even do 20 push-ups. So I'm not going to pay nobody no mind. It always cracks me up when people make comments about me talking about working out and different stuff, and then they have a blank profile and they're like a keyboard warrior. Most of these dudes are straight soy boys anyways. So it's not even worth me addressing. But thank you, man, for the inspiration. I'll try harder next time because you motivate me, you little weenie. Kevin G, thank you for the donation. Thoughts on how educators are held liable when defending themselves from teens who hit them. Ex-teacher takes student down without hitting him. I think that a lot of the kids don't have respect in the schools, and if you're a teacher, there should be certain variables in play to protect your rights. You shouldn't have to be subject on. You shouldn't have to be subject to that type of behavior in the classroom. In the classroom, man, there's things that are supposed to be non-spoken but known, and a lot of these kids, these students nowadays, they don't respect the game, man. And that goes from homeschool, homeschooling, and whatever parenting is going on in the household, and these kids are running with it, man. But yeah, it's too bad. I never grown up with a thought on about a kid challenging a teacher like that. I had the teachers I knew about growing up, man, they'd put hands on you. We had a couple of teachers, man, they'll take you in this, they'll go dump with you after school, man. They weren't playing that shit. So, these youngsters now, they don't have no hands, and then they quick to try to go get a gun or do something stupid. But I knew the teachers back in the day, man, they would put hands on you. And when, that was it. They were gangsters, or they knew somebody that would put hands on you for them. So, that's how that was dealt with. Oh, South Africa, what up? My opinion on Brittany Griner. I did a whole video about Brittany Griner on my channel, man. And it's dude, look. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I don't have any pity for somebody bringing weed into another country, or marijuana, or hashish oil. I mean, that's stupid. That's stupid, man. I mean, I don't have. There's no way I would travel to another country with any type of contraband or drugs or anything, and for it to happen the way it happened. She's been in custody 9 months. If they were going to get her out, why didn't they get her out within 24, 48, 72 hours? Why did it take 8-9 months, and then you give up a major player, and then you just gave all that money to Ukraine? We gave billions. We're still giving money to Ukraine, but we let out Russia's homeboy. Think about that, man. People are, oh man, they let this other female, she was white, she got out, but it's not the point. I'm not talking about that. For one, you do stupid stuff, you're going to get stupid prizes. Number two, you're trading a basketball player for a major warlord. Come on, man. That's a stupid trade any way you look at it. Any way you look at it, it's a dumbass trade. Makes no sense. It's like saying the homie that's shooting basketball over here, don't nobody even watch it don't matter if he was an NBA All-Star for a major player in the underground weapons, and then you're trying to ban weapons over here? Come on, man. It's like that's about as dumb as they come, man. America's looking real sorry right now, man. They're looking weak as shit, man. Weak as shit. I mean, I tell you right now, if it was one of us over there, they wouldn't do shit. Wouldn't do shit. You should have had your black butt, you should have read the book over there and seen what was illegal and not legal. Legal and not legal, man. Come on, man. Pathetic, bro. I don't. It's just a political game for votes, I think. You know what I mean? Yeah, I haven't read that book yet. The Go Forward Did Not Exist. I haven't read the book. To me, this is all a game anyways, man. We just gave them billions of dollars, but then we're helping Russia. We don't like Russia, but come on, man. These people think we're really stupid, man. Kevin G, thank you for the donation. You're facing life in prison. Would you tell or do life. I wouldn't put myself in that position. So each man's got to do what he's got to do, but I wouldn't put myself in no position like that to do life in prison. If you did something and you stood up for it, stand for it. I'm not going to do nothing with anybody else I'd have to tell on anyways. I would hope you wouldn't. Because who you going to start telling on people you don't know? You going to tell on people that ain't got nothing to do with your case? You can't do that. That's a buster move. You do something you're facing life, do your time, bro. Or go in there and do what you have to do. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to put myself in a life in prison situation, and I'm not going to be telling on people who weren't involved with anything I'm doing, and I'm not going to tell you. It's my stupid mistake. You know what I mean? You got to face the same thing. You can't, because you did something stupid, now you want to start telling on the hood. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's not even something you even entertain if you're in the streets like that. You should know that you have to. Everything has a consequence. When I did my bank robbery, I had to do my time. It wasn't for me to start listing people. I can go tell them. That's not my. I had to do my time. I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing. Zach Burns, thank you for the donation. Are CA prisons more violent than federal prisons? Yeah. California state prisons, man. They went to business, man. It's a lot of politics, a lot of racism, a lot of gangs. Yeah, totally different. Totally different. Feds, man, you have a lot of people in there who are getting money. So you're in there, you can interact to some degree with people outside your race and go to classes and learn about real estate, business, corporations, investing. You don't have that type of caliber of inmate in the state system. You do have some, but not like you do in the feds. Feds, you got guys in there who are making millions. Some guys is billionaires, making a lot of money you'll never hear about. But you're not going to have that. You're not going to have that in the state. Not to the level of the feds. Kevin G, thank you for the donation again. Gunham probably told, referencing last super chat. He did whatever he did. I don't know the person, man. Everybody's in their own situation. That's why when you start running with a bunch of people and you're doing stupid shit and you're, putting yourself where somebody could possibly be looking at a lot of time, you got to think about that, man. I don't, what you going to get back out now and start singing, rapping again about the game? And your whole rap was about committing crime. Your whole rap was about gang oaths and all this stuff. So you really played yourself, man. All that stuff is garbage, man. It's not going to get you nowhere. And when you put somebody in a compromising position, they're going to throw you under the bus. So it's not worth it, man. You know what I mean? So I just say, man, don't put yourself in a stupid position like that. When you're living a good life and you're doing things, you gotta get away from that. And a lot of these guys, they're in jail because they were rapping. They were, like you said, they were snitching in their raps. These dudes are talking about their crimes in their rap music. How stupid are you? How stupid are you to rap about people you shot at, people you've robbed? You gotta be a straight idiot, man, to brag about your crimes on a recorded audio. I don't get it, man. Because you want everybody to know that you're this guy, that you robbed this person, you shot this person. That's stupid, man. That's super stupid, man. So, it is what it is. I don't really, a lot of those guys, hey, man, more power to them. They're enjoying that lifestyle. And if that's what they like to do, shoot them up, bang, bang. Hey, man, shoot them up, bang, bang. Get your money. You know what I mean? Make those labels rich while you go to jail. They're not, why they own your masters and they basically take all your royalties, Hey, I'm not in that world, so I can't really speak on it. Yeah, crazy stuff out there. What else is popping out there in the news? What do you guys think about what do you guys think about the guy Stephen Twitch? They're saying that the guy said he committed suicide. Self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. That's pretty crazy, man. I mean, damn. Uh, do you really think that this guy, he was just filming dancing videos 2-3 days ago, that he would kill himself like that? I mean, doesn't it sound strange to you guys when you see these Hollywood people? They look like they live the perfect life. They have money, they have success, they have a family, this and that, and then they just decide to check out. This guy, he had 3 young kids. 3 kids, man. He had a successful career. He was a working entertainer. He was consistently working. He was making money. Why do you think somebody would take their life like that? Chris Fallon, thank you for the donation, man. Oh, man, it's sad for the family, to have to go through that and not have any answers, and it just like I feel for the children, man. The children who are now fatherless, having to wonder what really happened, Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. I mean, man, they're saying something about mental health. They said he was dancing. He had just got, this guy just had a $4 million home. He was dancing in a $4 million home, his home he just bought with his kids, enjoying himself. How could you go from dancing 3 days ago to blowing your head off?
And his anniversary.
It's his anniversary too?
No, it was 3 days ago, 4 days ago.
His anniversary was 3 days ago. It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense when you look at that, man. For something like that to transpire, I don't know, man. Huh. Hollywood, man. Interesting, man. I don't know, you guys. You guys you fill me in on the details on that one, or what you think, man. I really, it's hard to say, what what the backstory is. I'm just as perplexed as you guys. I know his family's going through it, man. I know they got to be going through it. I feel for them. I mean, the kids and everybody, man. Rough, man. Gunshot wound to the head. Sad, man. Yeah, you guys gotta you guys, if you're dealing with a really low point in your life, man, find somebody to talk to. Find somebody that you can express yourself with, so you don't go through that alone. I know it can be rough. I mean, when you get to a dark place, and then it's, oh man, it's just a crazy situation. Crazy situation. Yeah, man, Hollywood, man, lot of weird stuff, man. Once you get up in there, you don't know what a person is actually. Social media paints a picture for a lot of people that it seems like their life is so great, but I've seen a lot of these people, like, in different industries, and it seemed like they're having the best life, and behind the closed doors they're miserable, man. There's a lot of miserable people out there. So a lot of people are trying to deal with fame. They're dealing with ego. They're dealing with, just other dark issues. So, mental health is definitely something that we need to pay more attention to, and it should not be overlooked when you're dealing with somebody, who's, going through a rough period in life. I was trying to find you guys some other good stories in here. I haven't been watching the World Cup, but I heard there's some interesting games coming up. But yeah, man, you gotta watch out there. Entrepreneur King 816, thank you for the donation, man. Yo, Big Herc, explain the chain gang in prison. What happens when someone commits a murder? The chain gang, they still have the chain gang in a lot of southern prisons. Louisiana, I heard parts of Georgia. I'm quite sure Alabama, Missouri, all down south, Florida. They got the chain gang. Chain gang is you're out there, you're working in the fields, man. I mean, just like in the movies, you're out there. You got the guards on horseback, and in car, and they got dogs, and they're out there, and you are doing slave labor. So a lot of slave, you're doing slave labor, man. You committed a crime and you're sitting in there. I have a guy that I knew from high school, and man, he caught a murder beef, man, in Louisiana, and he said it's living hell, man. Living hell. He's been in there now. I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know if he's been in there for like 10, 15 years, but he said it's a living hell, man, and he's dealing with that whole slave chain gang thing out there, man, and I don't know what to tell him. I mean, his murder case was pretty crazy, man. But yeah, man, it's no joke, man. People think like, these kids, shooting people, there's no statute of limitation on murder. They could wait, until they build the case or find enough evidence. It could be 5, 10 years, 15 years. They could still come back and charge you with murder, man. So, you think you're getting away with something, or you're just shooting at somebody and nothing's going to happen. I mean, dude, they can come back and still charge you with that crime 20 years later. There's no statute of limitation. King Kong, thank you for the donation, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Happy holidays to you. So, yeah, my thing is, man, look, man, if you don't want to be in prison, don't commit the crime. You know what I mean? Don't commit the crime. You don't want to go in there. You can't sit in there and play video games all day. You're not going to sit in there and hang out all day, play cards, play basketball. They're going to put you to work. You're going to be working in prison, man, whether you like it or not. You will be doing something. Or you can have you one of those jobs where basically they pay you no mind, but you'll be working in the gym. You'll be working on the yard. You'll be working in the kitchen. You'll be working in a factory. You'll be working in the chain gang, or you'll be working somewhere. But you will be working. You will not be sitting in prison hanging out. Everybody thinks you're going to go and see prisons, man, now, or they're businesses. They make merchandise. They produce produce. They work. They are businesses, corporations, little corporations that are generating profits. So if you don't want to get caught up in it, don't do nothing stupid to send your ass to prison. Kevin G, thank you for the donation. I hate to see so many young black and minority men get caught up in the system. I don't have kids, but those having kids now aren't raising them right. I agree, man. I agree. A lot of these young people, man, it's not they're not being raised with values and respect, and they think like prison is just like, oh man, it's just a place to go through and hang out. And I mean, And I've seen guys come in there, oh man, what's up, man? They get all excited like the homies up in there. And it's like, dude, shouldn't you guys be doing that on the street? Like at a business function or at a vacation spot? I mean, to go to prison to meet your homeboys, it's like, man, that's like the worst. DJ, what up? How you doing, man? Oh man, you back from Brazil. Yeah, man, they don't know about Unicorn, man. They don't know about Unicorn, man. That Unicorn is it's no joke, man. And you know, hardcore gangsters that were shooting them up and should have been working a job on the street, they go to prison, they go right to Unicorn. Man, if you were gonna work, why didn't you just get a job on the street? Why? Why don't just go get a job, man? If you're gonna eventually go to prison and work for prison, wouldn't it make more sense to just work on the street? You know what I mean? Yeah, Unicorn has put the law of small businesses out of business. Unicorn is using cheap labor. They're paying these guys cents on the dollar, and they're getting products. A lot of these products are going to IKEA. They're going to, they make office furniture. Some of the stuff goes to military contracts. Yeah, Unicorn is a hustle, man. You know what I mean? They're getting cheap labor. I mean, they don't need to go all the way to China or Taiwan to get labor. They can get it right here in America through the inmates. So you guys gotta, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I mean, you think it's cool, but hey, man, if you like being in servitude, you like being in bondage, you like somebody telling you what to do, then go to prison. Go hang out in prison, man. That's for you. I found it disgusting. There's nothing that I thought there's nothing in prison that I thought I would ever want to voluntarily take part in. You know, every day I was in there, I wished I was out. Every day I was in there, I never let my mind get locked in those prison walls. But yeah, man. You're talking about China labor. I'm talking about how they're pimping the inmates over here for labor, bro. I'm not nothing to do with China labor, bro. Zach Burns, thank you for the donation. Do you think a drug dealer in a small town with no crime like Santa Barbara would face harsher punishments than drug dealing in big city, more crime like Sacramento? It depends on who that drug dealer is connected with. If they got family ties and they got the right connections, they're gonna walk. Probably. I mean, everything's who you know, man. If your family, it's just like look at the Sam Bankman right now, SBK, Sam Bankman Fried. He's run around, running his mouth. They snatched him up before he could tell on everybody. He was supposed to appear before Congress today and testify. And he would have been under oath. And if he would have perjured himself, he would have caught another charge. But he would have had to explain who he gave campaign contributions to. And those people aren't giving the money back. And he would also have to explain how they used FTX to basically launder money. It was a money laundering scheme. They put money in and went through back, came out, and they went to campaigns. I mean, he donated to both parties, but he donated a lot to the Democratic Party. But yeah, man, it's all who you know, man. If your parents are connected, you know somebody that knows somebody. I mean, you get less time. You know, in a situation like you look at Bernie Sanders, you know, burnt a lot of people, laundered a lot of the wrong people. He's up in there, but who knows? It might be a president or two later. They might give him some type of pardon. Who knows? I mean, you know, this game, man, a lot of these people, man, they're like, tell us where the money is and we'll let you out. But if you ain't got no money, you don't know the right people, you're going to sit in prison. You're going to sit in prison, man. He said prison pays $1.15 an hour to work in the factories. So you're working for $1.15 an hour. And if you know how to weld, if you know how to do fabrication, if you know how to do HVAC, you're getting $1.15 an hour. If you were on the street, you'd be making 40, 50 bucks an hour. Work on the street, man. Just work on the street. You know what I mean? Get you a job on the street, man. Half you guys, when you think about it, by the time you get done doing your time, you really made $1. You didn't make nothing on the street. So it's better just to go ahead and use those skills on the street. Because prison, man, I remember they had a friend of mine, he's a very good mechanic. Man, they had him working on the prison trucks. They had him fixing all type of stuff mechanical. I mean, dude, when they find out that you have a skill, they try to utilize, and then they'll give you little stuff. Hey, man, do this, and we'll give you, maybe we'll sneak you a burger in or give you this, But you're still locked up. You're still locked up, man. So the best thing to do, man, is to weigh out your situations, man. Try to calculate the things you're doing and figure out if it's really worth it. You know what I mean? Oh, I meant to say Bernie Madoff, not Bernie Sanders. Yeah. Yeah, calculate what you're doing, man, so that you don't put yourself in a horrible position, man. Kevin G, thank you for the donation. Dropped a hammer on a cougar. She went crazy when I didn't want a relationship. Had to back off. First time dealing with a crazy one, Big Herc. Yeah, man. I told you, man, you put the hammer on them cougars, man. It could have you in some serious drama. You got to have a balance, man. You got to go in with an understanding, and usually with a cougar you can get that, man. But yeah, the hammer time. I've been telling you guys, right now is the best time to get your numbers up, man. It's holidays. There's a lot of young women, older women looking to have somebody close to them for the holidays. Nobody wants to wake up alone in the cold. So, hey, man, take advantage of the holidays, man. You have Christmas and you have Thanksgiving. That already passed. You have Christmas and you have New Year's coming up, man. I don't know. Weinstein knew a lot of people, but there's more to that case. You know what I mean? Just like Epstein. There's more to Epstein's case. Epstein never even got to testify, man. He didn't even make it to court. We don't know where he is right now. They said he hung himself. We never seen the body. We don't know where he's at, man. So there's a lot more to a lot of these situations, man. I don't know the details as far as with Weinstein, why he was the target. And, there's a lot of other things he had going on behind the scenes. So who knows? But, yeah, man, a lot of things are connected to who you know. And then if you abuse your power to a degree and somehow somebody has to be compromised, then of course they're going to compromise you, What do you think about body count? Well, I always say that some things should be better left in the bedroom. A woman, to not sound biased, but she doesn't need to brag about how many guys to make herself seem valid, and a guy, he does it thinking he's like, oh man, I have all these women. But I mean, if you busted cheeks, you busted cheeks, but you don't have to really run around and brag about it. I mean, you just handle your business. But nowadays, I think a lot of these young people like to just talk for attention, and in the long run, when they want to settle down and actually find a companion, it's going to be more difficult because of the fact that they have all this stuff on record on different social media platforms about their sexual proclivities. So you just want to think about that stuff in the future. If you want to have kids, do you want your kids to be running around talking about your mom was a hoe, your dad was doing this and that? Do you want all that out there? I mean, you got to be ready for that, and a lot of people aren't. They're not going to be ready. they get in their 30s and their 40s, and they go to parents' night, and everybody's looking at them crazy. They're gonna be wondering why. But you gotta be you gotta take into consideration some things you want to keep to yourself. I mean, I'm not knocking a woman that enjoys getting a lot of hammer. Get your hammer, girl. Hammer time. You know what I mean? But you don't necessarily have to tell everybody. So yeah, man. A lot of interesting things out there going on, man. A lot of interesting stuff. Kevin G, thank you for the donation. Chili Willie interview was a good. Bring him back. Yeah, man, Chili Willie, man. I'm glad you liked the interview. I got some really great interviews coming up here real soon. I have a friend of mine, Chico. His mom used to manage MC Hammer. So he's got some really good perspectives on the music industry that he's bringing to the channel. So I will have Chico on the channel really soon. And shout out to his sister, Lindsay, black woman, was in law enforcement, and got shot 3 times, man. Got shot 3 times, 3 bullets, man, and survived. And she's telling her story. So we have her coming on the channel really soon. And man, it's a crazy story. Her experience on the force, her backstory. So shout out to Lindsay and Chico for their interviews, and they will be dropping really soon. Oz F, thank you for the donation. Big Herc, what can a young black man do who is awkward, who is the awkward one of the bunch? My peers aren't interested in STM, and it's hard to make friends. Um, you know, find you something that you can do that is of interest to you, that you can also meet people who are in the same interest. Maybe, I don't know what you're into, man, but maybe art. If you're into art, or if you're into music, find groups, man. There's groups out there for those purposes. I see they got groups that are into board games, people that are into all kind of different things, man. You got to find that. I mean, we all go through a period of awkwardness trying to figure out, where we fit in. You just don't want to compromise yourself for the sake of fitting in, and you're not happy. So, yeah, man, just find you a group, or some people that you have a commonality with, and and make friends there. You're not going to have everybody. Everybody's not going to be a friend. A lot of people. As I get older, I feel it's harder to make friends, because everybody's kind of like in their own little worlds. So I'm not going to just try to make a friend for the sake of making a friend. But yeah, you got to pick and choose your friends, man. Somebody was asking about push-ups. I mean, for body weight calisthenics, push-ups and pull-ups, dips. A lot of guys do those behind the wall. It's great to keep your body in shape. I mean, you got to work out what you can do. I mean, some people, do a couple. Some guys, used to do, 300-400 push-ups a day. And their chests were swole. So a lot of guys, they crank them out. I mean, you got to create your routine, man. I mean, I would start off doing maybe 100, 200 a day. Maybe 5 days a week. If you're not working out with weights. But I like to still do push-ups. I don't do a lot. I do like 100 before I do my workout, and then I do my workout. But yeah, if you don't have access to weights, push-ups is a good way, to still work your chest. Oh, if you're trying to get into the YouTube game, you're trying to do a channel. I mean, at the end of the day, it's trial and error. A lot of the stuff that we've done to get to where we're at now has just been trial and error. It's not there's no like one formula. There's people that put up videos that's not even edited and some of them do well. So it just kind of depends, man. I mean, there's no perfect way to do social media. You could pay somebody, like the Liver King, he paid a marketing team and they branded him and marketed him and got him out there and he blew up. But if you don't have that kind of money just to throw at something, you just got to start putting up content and eventually to catch steam. But yeah, man. This weekend is going down, December 18th, Sunday. Special live stream, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Make sure you guys tune in for the auction. And yeah, man. Pick up some trading cards, man. retailtradingcards.com. 40% off. Big Herc. Use the Big Herc promo. A lot of you guys, I know you love to get your hustle on and grind, man. And cards is a great way to look for an investment that can grow over a period of time. I wish I still had a lot of the baseball cards I had when I was growing up, man. Football cards, baseball cards, comic books. Man, I lost all that stuff, man. You move in and when you have little brothers and stuff, man, stuff just seems to disappear. Where's everybody from tonight, man? Where are you guys from? Wichita, Kansas in the house. Where are you guys from? We got Wichita. Got Canada in the house. I see you. Get the shout outs in for y'all, man. Where y'all from, man? Sacramento in the house. San Leandro, Los Angeles, Troy, Michigan, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, San Diego, California. That's right, representing. Orlando, Florida. I see ya. Have everybody done their Christmas shopping? Are you guys all ready for the holidays? You get the best deals right after Christmas. France in the house, 6'9", Orlando, Florida, I see ya. Baltimore, Maryland, Toronto, Canada. I see ya. Jamaica. Where you at? Yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Look forward to Sunday, the live stream. And man, Merry Christmas. Orange County in the house. I see you. I'm out. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys.